Yes, I'm here with Chief Eric Winstrom outside City Hall. He, of course, answered questions from reporters for 25 minutes earlier today, but we want to ask him additional questions right now, and we thank you for joining us at this point. A policy question for you. When an officer, when a GRPD officer comes upon what could be a violation, a non-felony violation, what does policy say about engaging in a foot chase and a struggle?
Sure, and there is no foot pursuit policy per se. It's difficult to write that kind of policy, to envision every sort of scenario that you would encounter in such a situation. So that's something we cover in training. And extensive training, scenario-based training, actually practice following people, but it's so dynamic. Every situation like that is different, so there is no policy per se.
Yeah, how do you train on how to make that decision? Because he could have held back, right? The officer, he had that discretion, right?
Sure, yeah. Sure.
So how do you in training?
Yeah, well, we do scenario-based training. It's actually with pretty much police actors. We do it a lot with use of force training, so transitioning from different levels of force options and going through scenarios. We have a pre-planned script of what the acting police officer is going to do and see how the police officer reacts, tell them what the right thing is, what the wrong thing is.
What about, might there be a policy change, for instance, an officer cannot engage in that kind of stop alone, or there has to be backup? Might that happen if we're talking about a misdemeanor?
Sure. Well, and we looked, as I mentioned at the press conference earlier, currently we, immediately after this incident, we went to two-man cars across the city, which is something that we're fortunate to do because of the manpower we have here in Grand Rapids. Not every police department has that many officers. I will be looking at all the policies surrounding this. We'll do a full debrief after we have the full investigation to see if there is something that we can do better. We're going to make sure we do it better.
People in the community have been calling for you to identify the officer who shot and killed Patrick Lyoya. You have not done so. Why?
Well, the officer is, he's not been charged with anything. And just like I would treat a civilian who's, possibly a suspect or under investigation for any sort of crime, until we get to the point where we're going to charge that individual, absolutely would not name him.
What are you doing to prepare for potential unrest? And of course, what we saw in 2020 and the immense damage done to downtown. And, might there be earlier police intervention if that were to happen again? Because at the time, we had groups of people, breaking windows, doing all kinds of damage downtown, and police seem to be a few streets behind. Right? Is that going to be the same way, and why is that?
Well, I'll tell you, I was not here in 2020, but I am familiar with the situation and some of the things we're doing. Number one is we're reaching out to protest organizers and trying to work with them and say, we want your voice to be heard. We want to facilitate protest. We just want it done peacefully. Also, we've canceled the days off of our own police officers for the next few days and reached out to the Sheriff's Department and other surrounding police departments just to give them a heads up that if we do need that help, to make sure it's there.
How's the officer doing?
I spoke to the officer a couple days ago, and he's shaken up. He's really shaken up. Yeah, yep, it's tough.
Also, the morale in the department, is that a challenge for you right now?
Absolutely. Yeah, morale in policing nationwide has been a challenge. It was one of my one of the top things I wanted to look at when I arrived here about a month ago. And this is certainly going to be a new addition to that challenge, but we'll get through it.
You've been here, has it been a month?
It's been about 5 weeks.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking right now?
Well, I'm thinking this was an absolute tragedy. I was hoping that I would never have to deal with something like that here. I hope it's the one and only time that I have to deal with it. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.